Yeah, this is what I wanted on. And let's just test. I think I streamed a few more times, just playing Returnal to make sure I'm like confident that I'm not gonna have it muted again. Let's just see. Yeah,
right.
So we have audio, but I'll check it when we stop to go live. I think the thing is, somehow when we paused it, it didn't like that.
It didn't come back.
Yeah, it muted the sound and it didn't come back on, which I don't know why. But anyway, so if we avoid doing that... Oh, but maybe we should check. Hang on. I'm going to keep... Let's see how we sound in terms of not...
I think we turn the volume down on the TV. Oh, another person's watching.
I think it's... Oh, I never know why it's... Okay. Anyway, seems to sound okay.
Tilt.
Yeah, I don't know in terms of like... I don't even know how much it seems to move. Talk, give me
hello.
How you would read.
Yeah. Hello.
There's some delay, so I'm gonna listen.
Pretty good. We can enunciate.
Yeah. Sounds fine. Yeah, I just don't want to lower the volume too much because I don't want to lose the music on our end. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll go here and see if I want to tweak it. Okay? So are you ready? Alright, so
Alright.
I don't remember completely where we last left off, but I'm sure we'll get back
free
into
time.
I know we had done some free time. We spent time with the clairvoyant guy, right?
Yeah, we tried to give him a gift. That was not exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, the beard drill thing.
As a thought had crossed my mind, the sound of the doorbell forced its way into my room. I just open it.
And you've got that sword in your room now.
I should open the door, right?
That's certainly something that you could do.
Talk to you.
A fantastic morning, isn't it?
Taka.
Now then, if you'll pardon the interruption.
Without waiting for a reply, Taka barged into my room. Oh, this is kind of sketchy. I don't know if I want him in here like this. The bathroom. This door doesn't quite fit in the door frame. I have to make sure and remember the trick for opening it. Oh.
Monokuma told us, remember?
I don't remember that. See, I'm gonna forget certain things. What's up, Taka?
No matter how intensely the stormy seas may batter me, I will not fall as long as my feet are firmly planted. You agree, right?
I'm not sure I understand.
And if you can't do it alone, just find someone to support you, and you can support them back. That's how you can overcome any storm. I was thinking about it last night, and I decided we all need to really come together. And that was when I realized, every morning from now on, after the morning announcement, everyone should have breakfast together. And now is the beginning of that fateful day. Please head to the dining hall at your earliest convenience. That's all for now. I have to go let everybody else know the good news.
Taka didn't even wait for a reply. He turned and left before I could say a thing. Well, I guess I better head to the dining hall. Hello, this person?
You can pick it up for the walking around part. It might be hard.
It is, I know. I just figured the dining hall's close enough. Toko. Toko?
What?
I was just wondering what you were doing here. You should probably head to the dining hall, right?
I know. I just need to prepare myself mentally.
Prepare herself? What are you talking about?
I'm so nervous.
What's she so nervous about? It's everyone. Sure is.
Yo,
Good morning.
let's just hurry up and get this over with. Talk is getting handled. Good morning.
Kifumi, you don't seem too energetic.
How can I be? I got woke up by that annoying, obnoxious, nightmarish guy. This is why I hate 3D so much. Okay, looks like everyone's here. So then, let's begin our very first breakfast meeting.
Quiet down and listen.
Everyone, thank you for making the time in your busy schedules to come together. I didn't make... Oh, sorry, this is Leon. I didn't make time for shit. You dragged me here. I know I already mentioned this earlier, but in order to get out of here, it's essential that we all cooperate with each other. And the first step is this breakfast meeting, to allow us to become friends and build trust. So from now on, let's all meet here in the dining hall every morning after the morning announcement. Now then, let's eat. You want me to eat breakfast with other people? I've never done that before. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's been a while for me too. Well, anyway, did anyone happen to come up with any clues?
Silence echoed throughout the dining hall.
Seriously? Nothing at all? Anything. It could be about how to get out or who's doing this. Nobody has anything? You are going to die. Huh?
Do you understand?
If you can't stop yourself from showing weakness in front of others, you will die. What the hell? Don't even freaking joke about that. I am not joking. Adaptability is survivability. Did I not say so? So you'd better hurry up and adapt to your new life here.
What the hell is this?
Have you gone completely insane? Adapt to my new life here? Do you have any idea what you're saying? Yeah, sounds like the girl wants to live here. And hell, more power to her. But shit. No way in hell am I living here. I'm getting out of here. I don't give a shit. Sure, feel free. Okay, so nobody has any clues? One thing, I can tell you who's behind all this. Someone who's totally weird and messed up. Why else would we be trapped in here in the first place? Well, sure, it could be something like that, but for right now, actual clues are... Huh? What's up? If you think in terms of people who are really abnormal or bizarre, do you think maybe the person responsible for all this could be a certain murderous fiend?
Murderous fiend? Chihiro, do you have some idea who might be behind all this?
Well, maybe. I mean, I can't really be certain, but... Certainty is not a concern right now. I'll allow whatever remarks you may have. Okay, well... Have you guys heard of Genocide Jack?
You mean that serial killer that's been in the news and all over the internet?
The monstrous villain who murdered scores of victims in a brutally bizarre fashion. The word bloodlust was left at each murder scene, written in the victim's own blood. Whoever it is, he's like a ghost. He strikes without warning and disappears without a trace. And on the internet, they started calling him Genocide Jack. That about covers it, I think. They say he's claimed over 1,000 victims. That's just an urban legend though, right? I mean, like, 10 people would be totally insane. Anyway, whoever Genocide Jack really is, he's obviously some kind of super crazy killer. And if he really is this ultimate psycho, I wouldn't be surprised if he put together something like this. But like I said, I can't be certain. I don't have any evidence or anything. It's just a thought. But if they're the killer, isn't that like a killer of a problem for us? It's okay. Everything's absolutely, positively, 100% without a doubt gonna be okay. because help's gonna be here soon. I'm sure of it. Huh? Help? We've been stuck in here a few days already, right? Nobody's been able to contact us, so I'm sure they're getting worried. I bet they called the police already. The police? You're putting your faith in the police? What are you doing here? You guys, seriously, do you understand what role the police exist to fill? All they're good for is being a foil, playing against a villain or anti-hero or evil organization. The bad guys come along and destroy them, and that shows just how badass they really are. Are you sure you want to rely on such an unreliable group of losers? I mean, come on. If you really, really want to get out of here, all you gotta do is kill. Ha 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 ha. Why the hell are you laughing? I'm just impressed at the total commitment to this whole act. You're still going on about that? So, Mr. Serial Killer, Psycho Freak Bastard, what the hell do you want? Mr. Serial Killer, Psycho Freak Bastard, huh? That's a pretty long name. German, maybe? We know who you really are. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll just go away. Hey, don't ignore me, asshole. Okay. Let's get back to business. Your life here has already begun, and a couple of days have gone by, and nobody's killing anybody. I thought all you kids were lazy and selfish, and here you are working together. But I'm totally bored.
There's nothing you can say that'll make us start killing each other.
Wait! I think, yes! Ding, ding, ding! I figured it out! All the mystery ingredients are here. Right people, right place. So why hasn't anyone killed anyone yet? That's what I couldn't understand, but I just realized there was one very important missing piece.
What are you...
If you want to know, I'll tell you. It's motive. It's so simple. I just have to give everyone a motive. Motive? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, by the way, there's something I want to show you guys. Stop changing the goddamn subject. I have a little video I'd like y'all to see. Oh, but don't worry. It's not some pervy adult video or anything. Seriously, it's nothing like that. It's a special video for each of you, showing what's going on outside the school.
Outside the school? What are you talking about?
Hey. Oh, Master's so impatient today. Why don't you just watch it and find out? Here in the school, there's a specific place you can go that has everything you need to watch the video. Good. Then we can go watch the video right now. Before we do that, I'd like to know, what are you? Why would you do something like this? What do you want from us? What do I want from you? Well, if you must know, despair. That's all. If you want to know more than that, you'll have to figure it out for yourselves. Do whatever you need to uncover the mystery hidden within this school. I won't try and stop you. Because to be honest, it's entertaining as heck watching you guys search so desperately for answers. So I guess I want amusement from you too. He's gone. And once again, he left before we could find out anything useful. Really, I think we learned something very useful. He has no intention of standing in the way of our pursuit of the truth. Interesting. Perhaps, but what about the video he mentioned? I'm very curious to see what's on it. Same here. Okay, so...
Mondo started glancing around the dining hall. But when his gaze landed on me, he stopped.
Hey, Makoto, check this out for us, would ya?
Huh? Why me?
'Cause you're closest to the door. That's the rule, right?
Rule?
Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey! You see how passionately I'm begging you? What's the big deal? Just check it out real quick.
Okay, I guess I'll get going then.
Awesome, thanks. I owe you one. If Makoto's going, I'm going with him. It's not safe to walk around this place alone. Yeah, sure thing. Then we're counting on the both of you. If anything happens, just yell and I'll come running. I can't decide if Mondo is totally dependable or completely terrible.
Yeah, I'd have to say he's kind of both. He's not exactly a bad person, but I definitely can't say he's a good person either.
So then, where's this specific place Monokuma mentioned? It must be somewhere you can watch DVDs, but...
If it's a place set up to watch DVDs, then... Yeah, no, it wasn't... It was just a few days ago, I guess.
It's like a week ago.
Okay.
Never tried.
What's that pulse triangle also? What kind of monitor is this? Who would even make this kind of thing? It's Monokuma written across it. I guess they've covered all the details. Next to the monitor is a high-end DVD player. It should be able to play DVDs, but I don't see any actual discs nearby. The DVD player is useless by itself. If we had something to watch, at least that'd help pass the time. Oh, hell yeah. Sick little bear. A surveillance camera. I hate the idea that someone might be watching me right now. I have to keep in mind that's against school regulations to mess with any of the cameras. As much as it gets on my nerves, I better leave it alone. Alright, DVDs in here, I'm assuming? Huh? There's something inside this cardboard box. It's...
a bunch of DVDs, and each one has a label on it with someone's name.
This must be the video for each of us, he mentioned.
I better go tell everyone.
He just ran off. I didn't follow after, I just stood right where I was. The DVDs in front of me had robbed me of all awareness. I was rooted in place. I think I see something. It's the cardboard box where the DVDs were in. Next to the monitor is a high-end DVD player. It'll probably play those DVDs no problem. Maybe just watch mine real quick before everyone else gets here. I sorted through the DVDs I'd found in the box and found the one with my name on it. Then I slid it into the expensive-looking player. I sat down and stared intently at the darkened screen. And then... Ah! I yelled out without realizing it, and my heart started racing. That's what I saw on that monitor. It was my family.
You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy.
Oh, I guess I gotta do these voices. You getting picked to attend Hope's Peak Academy is like a dream come true. Make sure you do your best. I'm so proud of you, son. But remember, don't push yourself too hard. Are you really watching this, Makoto? Good luck, okay?
But it ended there. That would have been fine. A message 11 support. After leaving my family behind to attend Hope's Peak, it would have given me hope, given me strength. If this was a normal school, I would have been happy, if a little embarrassed. With my family's support to rely on, I would have been motivated to do even better. But here, now, it was totally different. I wasn't living an ordinary school life, so I had a pretty strong feeling that the video wasn't going to end there. I hated having that feeling, but it turned out I was absolutely right. This time I couldn't even make the sound. My voice just died. Where'd everyone go? It looks like a war zone or something. And if in reply, a voice came floating up of the speakers. I recognized the voice, of course. It was him.
Makoto Naegi accepted into Hope's Peak Academy, and his family who supported such a lucky boy. But it seems like something's happened to this family's well-being. Oh boy, this is bad. What could have possibly happened to this family's well-being?
I see. Well, what is this? What happened to everyone? I started trembling. I could feel the fear and anger building up inside me, like hot magma. God damn it! I slammed my fist against the desk over and over again. A single thought was racing through my mind. What else? How could I think about anything else? I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here right now. I need to make sure everyone's safe.
Makoto? What happened? Make sure who's safe.
I noticed everyone standing around the entrance to the AV room. They stared at me. Faces full of confusion.
What's going on?
Without a word, I pointed to the cardboard box.
Is it what Monokuma was talking about? What's on them?
They all gathered around the box and each of them grabbed the DVD with their name on it. One by one, they rushed to a monitor. It didn't take long for them to react.
What the fuck? This can't be real, right? It has to be fake, right? Yeah, no way it's real. No way. I can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore. Let me out of here.
As soon as I saw their reactions, I knew they'd all seen something like what I'd seen. Nobody even bothered trying to hide their fear and confusion. Except for her. Even now, she was totally calm.
I see. So this is what he meant by motive.
Is she like ultimate lawyer or detective or something?
Well, for now she's just ultimate question.
Yeah.
He wants to fuel our desire to leave so that we're more likely to start killing each other. It is the classic prisoner's dilemma. Huh? Let me use an example. Imagine two countries are on the brink of war. But both countries want peace, and each commits to scaling back their forces as a sign of good faith. But there's a chance that one country may betray the other, so each country fears lowering their guard. The result is that neither scales back their forces, and they end up betraying each other. In other words, the fear of invisible treachery becomes the greatest enemy of stability. That sounds kind of like us right now. Everyone says they'll work together, but in our hearts, we're all afraid someone might betray us. Don't put those awful thoughts in our head. That's exactly what they want us to do. You can say that, but maybe you're thinking that once everyone drops their guard, you can just... What? This is exactly what Monokuma, or whoever's behind this, wants. They want us to fight, don't you see? Yeah, you're right. We all need to calm down. Okay then, maybe we should start by just talking. Maybe if we all just talk about what we saw, that'll help get everything out of our system. Besides, I think we're all super curious, right?
I wonder what was in everyone's videos. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Hey, Sayaka. What was in your video, Sayaka?
What's wrong? Just hurry up and tell us.
Sayaka? I gently placed my hand on her shoulder.
Stop it!
She pushed my hand away and suddenly ran off.
Sayaka!
That's enough.
Let her go.
I can't do that. I have to go make sure she's okay.
I hate romantic comedies like this. I don't care what happens to her personally.
What?
That's because you're totally thoughtless. I'm really worried. Then why don't you go to do whatever you think you have to? We don't all have to stick around together, right?
I hope you are well.
Speaking of which, I have my own things to take care of. Goodbye.
Everyone went their separate ways, but I don't have time to worry about them right now. I have to go find Sayaka. What was in your video, Taka?
I saw... Sorry. It's gonna take me some time to figure out how to put it into words.
I'm assuming they're all gonna give me similar answers. So I'm gonna just, yeah. Where could she have gone now? She can't have gone far. She checked around the school. Rattle, rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked. Yeah, I think that the mystery girl is like a detective or lawyer or something.
She's got to be ultimate something.
Yeah.
Gotten in here.
I guess I'll check her room.
I would check, just because I think they said check around the school.
Oh,
I would check the school part first. Yeah. Just as I don't really remember.
Whoa, this is just an open classroom.
Yeah.
This blackboard belongs to us now. Secret beauty. The jammed up windows. Metal plate here, metal plate over there too. I really want to smash that camera. If I break it, Monokuma will break me. So I'll just extract it. Thanks for the coin. There's a clock telling me what time it is, but I can't see outside, so I have no idea if it's even right. Leave the area? Yeah. Secret beauty. I'm mysterious. Classroom.
This is the one that we started off in.
Okay. What's it say again?
It's like...
That's the desk I woke up today on the day I got here, but that doesn't matter now. Okay. So yeah, I found her in one corner of an empty classroom. She was sitting in a chair, hands on her knees, staring absently at the floor. She looked like maybe she was upset, or angry, or no. She didn't have any expression at all. There was nothing on her face that you could call emotion. It was as if her original mask had been stripped away. Sayaka, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Actually, no. How could I possibly be fine? What did we do to end up like this? Why are they doing such terrible things to us? I want out! Let me out of here right now!
Sayaka, calm down. As she thrashed around, I grabbed her by the shoulders. I understand. I know how you feel right now when I think what might have happened to my family. But now more than ever we have to stay calm. This is exactly what they want. They want us to lose our composure and stop thinking rationally. Think about it. Those videos have to be fake. Because if those things really had happened, people out there would be in an uproar. Our families, the police, everyone. Right? So let's just calm down, okay? Otherwise, we've already lost. I knew I was trying to convince myself just as much as her. I kept repeating those words to myself to clear away the images that had been burned in my brain. Be calm, okay? Just be calm. As long as we work together, I'm sure we can find some way out of here. And help might even come before that. But
what if there isn't a way out? What if help never comes?
If that happens, then I'll get you out of here myself, no matter what it takes. When I said that, I paused. I had no idea what had come over me.
Sayaka?
Sayaka?
Please, help me.
Her voice was small and shaky.
Why? Why is this happening to me?
To kill?
To kill or be killed? I just can't take this anymore.
Sayaka?
Uh,
Finally, she raised her face up from my chest. She looked at me with those big wet eyes of hers.
Can I believe what you said?
Huh?
That you'll help me get out? No matter what it takes?
Absolutely.
Makoto, you're the only one I can trust, so please, no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
Huh? Of course, I'll be there for you. No matter what, I'm always on your side. I mean, you are my assistant after all.
Makoto.
Thank you, Makoto. Hearing you say that, I feel like I can keep going. I can get through this, as long as you're here with me.
Because I'm your assistant.
Like you said, I'm your assistant.
The smile I'd come to know so well returned to her face. It felt a little forced, but still, it's a huge improvement over how she was before. Uh-oh.
It's standing up! Yeah! Makoto, it's standing up!
What's standing up?
Do you even have to ask? Your flagpole!
Get the hell out of here.
No, I want to join in!
Damn it, well if you won't leave, then tell us what the hell's up with those videos.
It's about to come out. It's gonna come out, my pristine, pure white stuffing! My honest, innocent stuffing is about to come gushing out.
I held up my fist, took aim, and swung as hard as I could. I never put so much energy into a single motion before in my life. I leaned back, channeling all my power, and let go with everything I had.
Wah. Are you okay? If I hadn't avoided your punch, you would have just violated school regulations. But boy, are you slow. I could have downed $1,000 full course dinner in the time it took you to finish your swing. Your speed, agility, alertness, passion, boldness, sense of despair, antagonization. It's all lacking. What the heck was that just now?
He just wanted to mess with us.
Well, for now, you want to just head back?
Yeah. Monokuma had come along and swiftly destroyed the good mood we just created. Sayaka and I headed back to the dorms. You should get some rest, Sayaka. You still look pretty shaken.
I'm sorry for making you worry about me. You're right. I'm gonna lay down for a bit.
With a nod and a small bow, she disappeared into her room. Now on my own, I headed off to tell everyone that Sayaka was okay. Once that was done, I said to go back to my room. It was hard to think after watching that deranged video. I needed some rest of my own. Geez, seriously, what's going on here? There's just so many problems. I can't even decide what the biggest problem is. That we're trapped in here? That what I saw in that video might be real? Monokuma? What the mastermind has in store for us? Or are we our biggest problem? I want to get out of here, but I can never kill someone. Do the others all feel the same? Yeah, that's definitely the biggest problem right now. Here it comes. Huh? When I opened my eyes, they darted immediately to the clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I fell asleep without even realizing it. Nighttime's about to start. So how come someone's here? Uh-oh.
I'm really sorry to come by so late.
Sayaka. Sayaka, what are you doing out so late? That's when I noticed. Her body is trembling. Is everything okay?
Sorry to bother you, but something really weird just happened.
Something weird? Just a little while ago, I was laying down in my room, and all of a sudden my door started rattling and shaking.
This is messed up. It seems like she's supposed to be saying
yeah,
this, but
it
says you. I think she is supposed to be saying that. Her door started rattling and shaking.
Her voice sounded like all the air had been squeezed out of her lungs. Just hearing her talk made me tense up.
It was like someone was trying to force the door open. My door was locked, so they couldn't get in, of course. But they started shaking the door harder and harder. I was so scared, I couldn't even move.
So what happened?
After a while, it just stopped. I let some time go by, then I got up and opened the door to check outside. But there was nobody there.
Someone tried to force their way into your room? But who would do something like that?
It's not like I'm suspicious of anyone here, but still, it makes me nervous. What if something like that happened in the middle of the night? What would I do then?
You don't have to worry about that, right? I mean, we can't go outside during nighttime.
But that's just a promise we made, right? If someone decided to break that promise...
Then, why don't you stay in my room tonight? Would that make you feel a little better?
What?
All it said in the school regulations is that we had to sleep in the dorm rooms, right? It didn't state specifically which room each person had to sleep in, so...
But 2 people sharing one room is, you know...
Oh geez, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Honestly, that didn't even cross my mind.
No, I know, me either. It's not even that I mind the idea, but... if you don't mind, could we maybe switch rooms? Just for tonight?
Switch rooms? It'll help put your mind at ease, and that's totally fine with me. But I don't mind you staying in my room, but are you sure you're okay with me staying in yours? That doesn't, concern you?
It's fine. I trust you.
In that case, then, Weird.
Ahem, this is a school announcement. It's now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams everyone. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh man, it's already nighttime.
Okay, so it's settled. I'll head to your room right now. We're gonna trade rooms, you better trade keys too.
Ah, that's right, you have to trade keys.
Again?
Like I said, I'm psychic.
Huh? Hey, aren't you gonna say you were just kidding?
What if I wasn't just kidding?
Something resembling a smile had made its way to her face. Thank goodness, it looks like she's already started to get back to normal. Okay, we better trade keys then.
Yup, let's do it.
We exchanged keys, and when I looked back up at her again, there was another worried expression there.
Makoto, please be careful. If someone comes to that door, don't open it, no matter what.
I won't. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Oh, by the way, just so you know, my bathroom door tends to get stuck. There's a little trick to opening it. You have to turn the knob and lift up on the door while you pull it out. Just do that and the door should open no problem.
Okay, but the showers don't work during nighttime anyway, right?
Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
But I guess I might use it when I get up in the morning, so thank you.
Okay, well, I better get going. See you tomorrow, Sayaka.
Oh, and about what I said before. When I said I was psychic, it really was a joke. Honestly, I'm just very perceptive.
Yeah, I know.
Good night then. See you in the morning.
Sayaka gave me one last parting smile and I headed up to my room. I looked around. As soon as I got out into the hall, everyone else's doors were closed. There was no sign of light. Good, there's nobody here. Making sure nobody was around to spot me, I rushed into Sayaka's room. Observing. So this is Sayaka's room. It really doesn't look any different from mine. It smells nice, though. My room came with a cool kit, but Sayaka's has a sewing kit, just like the note said. Next to it is the map of the body's vital organs. The bed itself looks exactly the same, but knowing Sayaka slept in it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it, it was a DVD with her name on it that we found in the AB room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video. It's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. You should take that DVD. If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. I should probably go to bed soon. So I lowered myself into Sayaka's bed, a pleasant fragrance enveloped me. Sayaka's scent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams.
I guess they are teenagers. They probably don't have to get up and use the bathroom in the night.
Yeah, lucky. Feeling a little better than before I fell asleep.
These have already started to get bizarre. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We set sail and left Earth behind. Here, you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear. So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together.
Ding dong, ding bong.
Good
Good morning, everyone. It's now 7 a.m. and nighttime's officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. I better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way toward the dining hall. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there.
Hello, Makoto, and good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. Good morning. Morning. I suppose I'm early.
Figured everyone would arrive on time to be considered model high schoolers. And the ones who showed up a little late.
Yo. Sorry I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning, duty took a little longer than usual.
We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone. My bad, guys. Slept right through my alarm. What? It's so awful to be late. I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope. Got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle.
Don't care about time or other people in general. They're tend to move at their own pace, I see. But regardless, everyone had arrived. At least that's how it was supposed to go. Wait,
aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet.
I don't know about Byakuya, but we definitely put Sayaka in the model high school category. For her to be so late.
What's going on? Did something happen? Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise? I got the sense she always has her stuff together.
Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside me, and that speck started to grow quickly. I needed to go. I had to check on her. The words had barely left my lips before I flew out into the hall. Called it. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night, where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of its sheath. More importantly, where is Sayaka? This is the replica sword I bought back for her.
Where's Sayaka?
I think in the bathroom, but I might as well just do it. I better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black.
Danganronpa.
Is chapter 2, or is just like a different part of chapter 1?
It goes from daily life to deadly life once someone's been killed.
When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. When I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before.
You're awake, finally. Are you okay? Now's not the time. No time for sleeping. Get your ass up.
Huh?
You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. It's no surprise, considering what happened.
What happened?
Hey, are you okay?
So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real?
That's right, it really did happen. Sayaka is dead.
A deep dark despair worked its way through my body, and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I had to see for myself. I had to see if Sayaka is.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead.
No, I had to see for myself.
Listen up, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there?
Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in a gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone. None of us want to be here.
Oh, sorry, this is me. None of us want to be here right now, either.
Then why? Why?
Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason. We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have.
Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obviously he's the one who killed Sayaka.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that. He's here again. Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here. I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear ×1 rule. I don't get that joke. Then who did it? Who killed her? You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you.
Real? Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when all this began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that. You're lying, right?
Of course she's lying, I'm telling you, he killed her.
Nope. Sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact.
What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion.
Are you serious? Someone killed someone? It is amazing what some people are capable of. Hey, hold on. Don't just assume he's telling the truth. That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh? Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Why are you laughing? It's 'cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here? You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun.
The real thing?
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember? You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin.
Class trial?
Yup. It'll begin in a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown. During the trial, you'll have to present your argument about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, and the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as the class trial rules go, that's all there is to it. So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution? And by execution, you mean... Execution is execution. Execution. Electric chair. Bzz. Poison gas. Cough, cough. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane. So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed? What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So, it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type of thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay. Let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. Wait, hold on a sec. You're freaking insane, you know that? A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it. Why not? What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something. Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this. Don't be so selfish. You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil stand here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself now? Are you... Oh, I don't know who's saying what. Are you? Huh? Violence against the headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Hail to me, godless spear Gungnir.
Oh? What? What the hell? Just killed another character like that?
What? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. Just like that, she never moved again.
What the... I don't... This can't be real. No way! Now, I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right? Now, you see just how serious I am. Defy me, and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died. That's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality. Why? Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind. No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time. Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on. What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma. Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blacking. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it the Monokuma file. I mean, naturally you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? 'Cause the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair trial and accurate judgment during the trial. Now could I? That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting. Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder night right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. And the fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course, but there was more to it than that. There was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but looked at each other with an open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gone to her. Yeah, Kyoko.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you, anyone who can't adapt will die? Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unwilling or unable to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say, especially after what happened. Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this.
We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no other choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. I can use the bathroom.
Yep.
It's weird that Monokuma has the rule that, like, if we get it wrong, everyone dies.
Everyone dies, yeah.
You'd think they'd want it to keep going regardless, the game.
I guess it's kind of like, well, it's complicated, but it does seem like he's invested in them finding out the truth.
Yes, they want...
Yeah, it's not just, he doesn't just want them to kill each other. He wants the people stuck in this situation to have to try to find out what really happened.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the bathroom too, so I'll go upstairs. Remember to hold down the toilet to flush. I brought down some more stuffed animals for the... Have you seen... I don't think you've ever seen this.
I only have seen Nappa, no.
Yeah.
I've seen Paddington.
He has the wrong belly. I don't know why his belly is red.
Bootleg.
Yeah, but I think he's a pretty good-looking Appa.
What is that one?
That's Ryo-Oki.
Is that Tenchi?
Yeah, this thing is like 20 years old,
I was gonna
literally.
I can see the stitching is just holding together.
Yeah. Yeah, and Paddington looks pretty good.
Okay, let's proceed. What is this? Are we still streaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't pause it.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Let me check. Yeah. Okay. So, before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene.
What do you mean?
You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having a thing anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Fuck you. Fine. Then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. 2-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check her pulse like they do losing stuff, but he really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say, she was gone.
I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever, it's really real? Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me! You're just accepting that now?
Did I talk to Kyoto yet? I figure...
Thought he would be dead, though.
I thought I did too. Maybe I should just go and then trigger the next...
Yeah, I don't know what'll happen. You could try talking to them, or you could go...
Oh yeah, I see.
Before we begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss?
Oh yeah. Why she was in my room.
We're going to find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here.
Maybe I just talk to all of them?
Yeah, maybe somebody else will read it. Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Is this really happening? Screw that piece of shit bear. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead. So you finally noticed. Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead and take a look. You notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right. Then, could it be?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second, you got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear returned. In other words, you think I did it?
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong, well, do I really have to say any more? I'd rather you didn't know. Everyone pray for good luck.
With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
I'll be going too.
And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right. Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up.
Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? Are we gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that? We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka.
What are you implying?
It was you.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
Don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto is guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going.
Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left, and their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
I'm not going to repeat it. I said this once already.
Yeah, that's a good reading. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it, who really killed Sayaka.
Alright, investigate.
The time of death is, the victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room, in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I had to find out how she was killed. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Okay.
So I recommend, if you want advice, I'll just kind of tell you generally. Like, the way this works is, you have to find every clue before the trial will start.
Oh.
So, make sure you talk to everyone. Okay, I'll do the reading. And inspect every relevant thing. Because what can happen is,
You'll
you
miss
can just
something.
miss one clue, and then you won't know where to look. So, anyway. I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here!
Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. You're gonna help investigate, Chihiro?
But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her.
Okay. I don't think there are gonna be any other clues in this room.
You might want to investigate Junko.
Again.
Just to be safe, yeah. Because the investigating station hasn't officially...
I gently place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touch her wrist, check her pulse like I do moving and stuff. She really is dead. There wasn't any else so she was gone. Damn it, why is this happening? Okay, I'm gonna start with my room.
I love the investigation, the trumpet. It's probably a simple
Well, I looked here before. Inside the display case are trophies and other items.
That was where you got the
You
sword.
know, I'm guessing I want to look for someone or some of the gold debris from the sword. Okay, so my room. So I head into my room beside the corpse still remains. So I examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Oh! Look at this camera for a surveillance camera. The mastermind must be using them to keep an eye on everything that's happening here. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep on watching. The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, Mondo.
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right?
So you haven't used yours either, then?
Not just me. Nobody busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we?
Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Lint roller? Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? This again? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold, too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you, even if you just touch it a little bit. Truth bomb, or truth bullet.
Yeah. You'll see why they're called truth bullets eventually.
Oh, you should fire them?
Yeah, you'll see.
There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly.
Ah, that's right, we have to trade keys.
When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have to have the keys in here, in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Did Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible.
The same goes for you,
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. What made you drop the key somewhere and someone's grabbed it or something? No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. How scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Can I look at the door?
You can look at it.
Is that... Oh, it is.
I think you can look at the door.
I should check the room first of all. Okay. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it, I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something.
That would not have been possible.
Hmm?
Don't you remember? All our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder.
Evidence of a struggle. I think it's time to talk to the people. Or what's behind her. It doesn't look like there's something behind her.
Something back there. It's a little more of the... Oh, yeah, there
It's the display stand the sword was on. Okay. It looks like the... Oh no, that's Sakura. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead.
I see. Monitor, I think there's a thing too. Oh.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
That sturdy bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in.
But what if it was a girl that did it?
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes.
There are scratches and gouges on my walls in bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Okay. Looks like there must have been a fight of some kind. Oh, it's just the same.
You can hold circle.
Oh, it's a crap.
You just hold circle.
Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But... what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room. Do you lose a contact or something? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Are you a clean freak?
No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced at my room one more time.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room.
Unusual? What do you mean?
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Really?
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here.
You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean.
Was it Sayaka? Or the killer?
That's the question, isn't it?
Lint roller, Makoto's room cleanliness. Bathroom. Oh, I should look around here first. I can check out other spots later. Oh, what am I missing? Bed, lint roller, drawer. Mondo I talked
Did you
to.
investigate the sheet?
I thought I did.
Because anything you investigate before...
This is the reference room. Oh, I guess not. Oh, there's some scratches on the sheet. They must have been made with something sharp. How did the sheet get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. If you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this should only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword.
I think that should be everything. I'll try about this.
Bathroom. And on the other side of the door? No. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Ay. Looking at her...
Do you like how they used pink
It
for
makes
blood?
it a little less shocking.
Yeah. I think it's a good
Dream or an illusion? She had lost everything that made her her. Sayaka. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. To find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. I wonder where her DVD is.
It was in the trash in her room.
Yeah, the trash is gone, right? Oh, in her room.
Yeah.
The water for the shower gets turned off at nighttime. Oh, something's written.
Yeah.
I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Since her sharp object had been thrust into her stomach, that must have been the killing blow. Whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist... Oh, there's gold on it. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Oh, there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? It's It's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. That's it.
Looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. Most likely Sayaka's dying message.
I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet?
But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11027. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be?
The result?
Think about it.
You're not going to tell me?
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced.
I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. Honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, you better ask them the ultimate programmer.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken?
Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
Gets stuck?
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So, the door doesn't quite fit in the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob.
Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about.
I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh. The doorknob. Yeah. Oh. What the heck? The door was practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional.
What? Intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing.
My bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only a girl's bathroom's locked, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought, and apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that?
I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms.
So, what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting.
She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I had the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
Then, that clears that up.
Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Well, see you later.
As I was forgetting I was ever there, something came up the room. Bathroom door number. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. Start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. Also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka Dead. I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me about it.
Now you can take the information.
Let's get the DVD. Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Oh.
Investigate the nameplates.
Weird. Oh, sorry. Huh?
Did I give you permission to do that? Get your hand off that door.
Sorry. I can't imagine it has anything to do with the case anyway.
So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you are the culprit?
No, you got it wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms together last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face.
Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say?
Huh?
After all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right?
The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms. She's dead because of me? It should have been me that died?
Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility.
If that's really true, then Oh, so tall.
I know, the models don't... you realize that your camera is very short. Something doesn't seem quite right. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate?
Maybe now we'll ever look at the nameplate?
Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room.
You really got guilty? So where was her actual room?
Right next to it. That's your room.
Okay.
So her room is the one. So yeah, there you go.
Switch them. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. Nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing is totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Dorm nameplates has been added. Yeah, like why would the killer switch the nameplates too?
Yeah, I thought at first like I think I remember my first reaction was like, what if like Monokuma did that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, I'm just gonna tell you who's in what room.
It seems like two people would have had to have been involved somehow.
Yeah.
There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yup, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset for seeing whatever was in that video. I wonder, what did she see? It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. Sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. We're gonna watch that. Is it worth exploring her room?
I don't think anything else happened.
Yeah.
It looks like we didn't check in the bathroom, but...
Let's see for letters. Is it open? Sayaka. No, I count myself as depressed again. I need to search for clues. Nothing.
I don't know. I mean, nothing happened in her room, so... And remember, not that it takes that long to walk around, but you can walk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, trash room. Let's do that over here. So what are these? These are just like public bathrooms?
Yeah.
And they each have their own private bathroom.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'm actually in like a girl's room. Somehow.
What do you mean?
Like my room is actually like a girl's room, that's why the bathroom door locks.
Well, but it doesn't lock. It just
gets jammed.
Yeah.
There's a sturdy gate here, nobody get past. Oh.
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up.
How do you get this gate open?
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Who's on cleaning duty?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others.
Okay.
Cleaning duty. What's this, though? There's a hatch on the floor. Rattle, rattle. The door won't budge. It must be locked.
We'll have to go to the school store.
Yeah, spend all this cash.
So, I'll tell you before you go, just
to expedite things.
Oh. I'll turn around.
No, well, I was just gonna say, Fumi said, I won't let you dispose of anything in the trash room. So, maybe a good person to talk to about trash.
I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started.
And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room?
Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge. Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want?
It does seem more convenient.
Actually. That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear and things would become boring.
Boring?
Anyway, more important than that. Hey, fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal? Liar, I know why you did it. You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, and poking around at it. What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D. But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that if you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D! After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only 3D thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures. How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What? If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to...
Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you.
What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or saved a village, or beat a boss.
No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
Oh, okay.
So easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? When I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out.
Whatever, please just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Hifumi pulled the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
However, Mr. Naegi, surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along!
No! Just wanted to see if the actual killer tried to destroy any evidence or not.
But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world?
Whatever, let's just hurry and keep looking. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now.
You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator? It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Boomy, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? The fairy?
No, you said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off.
Ah, yes! About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check this place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet...
That means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. How's that possible? Okay. What is this?
Evidence?
There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Clothing. That's someone's bloody shirt.
A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love?
Anyway, looks like a piece of cloth. In the shape, sleeve of a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. There are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. Some broken glass. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Oh.
Yeah, is that?
Do you know what this is?
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside. Is that your phone?
Yeah, I'll probably take a break in a second.
Okay, well, we can stop that.
Oh yeah, it's Aileen. I'm gonna use the bathroom and call her back.
Okay, sounds good. You want to go upstairs?
I'll just step out front.
Okay. Are you hungry at all?
A little bit.
Okay. We'll put something together.
Like a snack.
Yeah.
Probably fine. I'll eat lunch when we're done.
How about some like hummus and carrots?
Okay.
Oh, you got the correct pronunciation there. Hummus.
What do people say?
Hummus. Hummus.
Oh.
And it's not Hamas.
No, pretty clearly not.
Yeah.
So is the plan still to have you have that thing this weekend?
Yeah, I'm going out there. I'm like meeting her family at the botanical garden tomorrow. I'm going to go back with them to Long Island.
Okay.
And then...
The Botanical Garden in the city?
Yeah, the Bronx one. And then, yeah, Saturday we're driving to New Paltz. And she might come here Sunday then. I don't know.
Okay, well, if she comes Sunday,
I'll book her.
You gotta get her involved in this, yeah. It's good cheese. This is a Cassaggio cheese, which I've never had before.
It's kind of like a softer Parmesan.
It's a little sharper, though, I think. I find it's good. You have a piece of the cheese, and then have a carrot with
Chase
hummus.
it.
Yeah.
You drink matcha?
My mom actually does, but I don't really. I really just drink water, except for like my weekly Mexican Coke.
Yeah, I'm on the... I got the small Cokes, like the...
That's good. Yeah, I think it was just I would drink it too fast, but I would find that a full bottle of Coke, it would make me feel full after drinking it.
It'll fuck you up.
Oh. So, what time do you think you can go until?
Probably do another hour.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to... The trial's long, right?
I don't know how long it'll actually take, and of course, unlike the rest of the game, the trial is variable based on how well you do. But yeah.
Did you pass or fail at the end? And there's a chance you'll have to do it again?
Well, I guess what I would say is you can fail throughout the trial. But if you make it to the end, you'll have figured it out.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not possible to make it to the end and get it wrong.
Interesting.
Yeah, you'll see how it works. I mean, one thing we could always do is we always start the trial, and then, like, if we have to stop, you can't technically save, but we could just fast forward back to where we were very easily. Like,
In the trial.
yeah.
Maybe that's
Like, I needed to clean up for trophies, and you get mana coins by doing... The easiest way to get them is by doing trials. So I, like, went through the first trial, and it's like I can go through the entire first trial by fast-forwarding through everything in, like, 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, you ready? Are we getting back into it?
Are we streaming?
Yeah, we're still going. I just left it go.
We've been rolling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Gaze into it. It will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on the quest to find that one guy. You gotta read it, Sam.
Oh, I'll still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure.
I know, I stopped when we're reading. Or we're eating.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing is quite strange, I didn't see the last of it. When I was last here, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon?
Why me?
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved, one by one.
Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Wouldn't it be the baseball star who could throw a ball with that kind of accuracy?
Through the gate?
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
The green button turns it on, and the yellow button turns it off. So it seems, anyway. Now I talked to him. Do I talk to him again?
I think you're good.
I don't even think it'll let you leave if you haven't found anything in there.
AV room now.
Yeah.
No, I wonder what's going to be on the next floors of the school.
I don't know. Only one way to find out.
Should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. Just that's how to find the screen and put the DVD in the player. Push play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... Oh. An image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizuno. Oh,
Sayaka Mizuno, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world's famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the... Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins, but what I noticed even more than that, is the figures of the other girls had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. He's trying to say he was even able to get to them. That really did happen. Everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? I like how they have some thoughts internal to Makoto and others external, but like, it seems like there isn't a real distinction with... Well,
You have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right? Well, it just so happens... Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha 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 ha.
Weirdo. What's this?
That's the entrance hall.
Yeah, I was kind of curious.
It's at the very beginning of the game.
Oh, it's with the gate.
Yeah.
I doubt. Oh, well.
Yeah, you want to talk
here.
to everyone. It's worth looking for.
So, do you have any clues or anything?
Just the carrots I put in my mouth. What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial.
Okay then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
So annoying. Must you fumble around, fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into.
The trash room?
It is the perfect place to destroy evidence. However, there is one little problem.
Which is?
That place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I am trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf.
That's Alright, Celeste. Dramatic. Okay, I think this room is probably very interesting. Jam.
Started off.
Yeah, but they said I have to go talk to the crystal ball guy again.
Oh yeah. Good.
Other than that, I don't know what I've missed unless I just missed talking to some people.
I think there's one other thing.
Okay, Mr. Hero. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something?
No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free.
Hero, snap out of it.
Huh? Makoto? What are you doing here? What?
Hey, does this look familiar?
Ah! That's my crystal ball. It's all smashed. What the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Is that seriously all BS?
Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you?
Yeah, that's mine, for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it.
You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Hero. That's all I want to know.
Sure.
By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing?
Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million.
$1 million?
That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world.
That's just too stupid. I can't feel bad for him.
Oh yeah, and they wanted to talk to the programmer, which is her.
Oh, okay.
About the number.
Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Oh? What is it?
Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the number 11037. Do you have any ideas what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something?
Sorry, no.
Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry, I just don't know.
Okay, well don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Could she maybe know more than she's letting on? No, couldn't be. Alright, see you losers. Alright, what area am I... Whoa, what is this? Nurse. Store. Can I go in? I'll just buy the coins, the stuff. Might as well. Let's rock. Go to shops.
No, don't. Oh, hang on.
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
What happens?
I'm blocking the thing at the time, so.
What happens if you do all of them?
You get a better chance to
For
get
something
an
good.
item, but it's not worth it because you just want to get as many gifts as possible.
Oh, just to get an item like you haven't gotten?
So
That's what the repeat.
It's like the, it's like the old, they had a thing like this in Melee. It's not good in Melee. You could like put in more currency to get a better chance of a new token.
I'm gonna look at all these during free time. You can't give them now, right?
No.
It's...
I got an extra one, nice.
Mono. An item. So,
Wow, you got double lucky.
I hope it's not stuff for people who've died already.
That can happen.
Although now, I'm guessing you couldn't have ever gotten more than one gift for the beauty person.
Hugo?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have spent every bit of free time you had available.
With her.
Yeah, but you did it on your birthday.
That's kind of crazy. I'm like, are there enough characters to just start killing them off like that? Okay, wait, what am I missing, do you think?
Well, they really wanted to...
fool ya.
Well, I'm like, double shot.
Yeah. Cafeteria?
You have been. It's a good place to maybe find someone to talk to.
Hey, are you investigating the dining hall?
Oh, no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing.
I know what you mean.
And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed.
She was not in her room. How do you know she was killed at night? Oh, okay, I remember the crystal ball. Oh, well.
Most of those
Repeats, yeah. Some magazines laying around. No help there. It's a washing machine. A washing machine has nothing to do with the case. This is one of the monitors. Monokuma appears around. Okay, but what is this? There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry, but it has nothing to do with what's going on. I think it's just the camera. Do I have to do each washing machine?
No.
Surveillance camera. I think it is.
Not unless it's really good.
That vending machine's still there. Still doesn't have any way of helping solve this case either. Okay, I think... Let me just look at another one to see. Washing machine? Yeah, nothing. Oh, they keep coins. Bear coins. Okay. Yeah. Kuma. Monokuma. Okay, talk to these fools. Should I go back to my room?
You want my pin?
Yeah.
I think you should hit the triangle button in the cafeteria. I think there's more in there that didn't look at.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a map. There's another
You're right,
room.
I didn't really investigate
Yeah, there's another
that
room.
back room.
Yeah.
Though, where the knife came from. And she was in here all night when she was seen, so...
That's the look at all that food.
Okay, here we go. That's probably it. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or let's see if anyone knows more about it. Kitchen knife set.
I don't know that there's anything else in here, but just use the holes.
With some fruits. There's a bunch of vegetables. Oh, skins. Stuff's not gonna last. Meat. Marbled meat, salted meats. Now's not time to eat more food. Hey, so do you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange. A knife just suddenly disappeared like that.
Nope. Oh.
Yeah, it was yours.
Whoops.
So it wasn't missing from the beginning?
Oh.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row.
So when do you notice one of them had disappeared?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. And you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Proves I didn't take it. AOE's account.
Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka?
What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her? On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Oh, I think that's it. I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings.
Allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings.
Please go through the red door on the
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Alright, I think we should start it. That's where I should go.
Okay.
No, where I have to go. And maybe in like, when we hit 12:30, we'll just,
Yeah, we'll see how far we go.
Oh. What's up, squad?
You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. Here, I don't think you can
Middle it up,
moving.
yeah.
You have to do so. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime.
So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know all of that all too well. But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you down there. I'll be waiting.
I'm just gonna go in. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Let us begin. Good idea. Are you scared?
No, scared isn't quite right.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth.
I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. If I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, I turn, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to move faster and faster. Everyone else is already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move.
Massive elevator.
Yeah. The steel box descended with a heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Rather than that, is he not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment?
Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school.
You've all finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close, it's total shit. Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. They were set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and ease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. So the curtain on our first page opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save the data? Yes.
Okay, so...
Open e-handbook.
Yeah, which you can review the evidence. is pretty much all you can do here.
Yeah, remember.
Yeah, since we all just found it all. So the other thing you can do is skills. And this is, you only have a certain number of skill points. These are the things you unlock from spending time with people.
This is the time limit.
Yeah.
I think I only have 2 or 3, so...
Yeah.
Whoa, they're a lot.
Yeah.
Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Increased bullet capacity. Effective aim. Oh, it can't after that.
You'd have to choose.
Let's just do what we have and see how much. Alright. Whoa.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right? There's one watching, is that just us?
I don't know. Of course! Okay then, everyone close your eyes and whoever did it, raise your hand. Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why would they raise their hand? Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures? I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barriers. Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about the other empty seats? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats? Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
It's a little odd, no?
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line.
Alright, so now it's going to explain to you how some of it works.
I guess I be ready to... I can pause. Oh no, I can't. Evidence of a struggle. Oh.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Mizono. Yeah, we all knew that part already. As the murder took place in Makoto's room. In the bathroom. It seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom.
No.
She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No. Wait, should I keep firing the truth bullets?
So you have to hit the vulnerable statements.
Oh, I'm aiming at the words.
Yes.
Something's off about what was just said. So Sayaka hadn't resisted at all. There's no explanation for what happened to my room. Group statements. This is just for the first trial.
No, this is always Oh, the explanation?
Are the weak spots always actually weak spots?
They're always...
Oh, so they kind of give you a second chance.
Oh, you can get as many chances as you want, except there's a time limit.
Oh.
So eventually, if you're unable to find it, you will run the time. Yeah, that's good to know, because it'll loop back around and continue circling. Alright, I'm not going to read it every time, because I already read it once. There you go. See, it's the yellow ones that are weak.
Just a second, Chihiro.
Just speaking to Hiro. Try to remember how my room looked. The way things have been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have attacked the main room first. Attacking the main room. Then she ran into the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in. That's where they finished the job. That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining. Sorry. Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon. Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. And do I get a new time limit, or it's on the same clock?
No, I think you get a new one each thing. You really shouldn't have problems.
No, this is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Does it get harder?
Yeah.
No, not random.
At this point, I don't even think there are choices.
You normally like to make decisions about.
Just figure out the system.
No, I don't think it was a knife. But not just a knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife. Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right? That's right. I got Makoto. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second,
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial? Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion. I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself. You really believe that?
She's right. There's got to be some breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more about non-stop debates. Should I learn?
Yeah.
You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pick closer to individual points. So your aim, make it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating just like this. Okay.
So the focus gauge is up in the top right. You have health, which are hearts, and the focus gauge is stars, I think. So I guess there's no question the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where did that get us? Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall. That's wrong! That's what you have to say. That's wrong! Or no, that's wrong!
Okay, wait. Hold on.
Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
What if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember when you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone.
So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And then at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh, sorry. You don't think so? No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that? Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, did they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So there must be an accomplice for this one. The nameplate thing wouldn't make sense.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it. And there's no way anyone would work together, right? But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case. Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go in the dining hall and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way, I swear it wasn't me.
Sure, but can you, or anyone else prove that?
I can. That's right, Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's... me.
So Sakura was there?
Right.
So she lied.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife? Actually, no, because, well...
Just spit it out already. I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos, I wasn't really thinking. I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over?
Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together. It's unwholesome. But I'm a girl. What? You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility, right, Hina?
Oh yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here. Are you talking about
Sayaka? She's the one who came to the dining hall, and then later she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Because the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka. Sayaka's the one who took the knife.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. And she left. She said she just wanted a drink of water, but most likely... Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did it after all! So that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction. You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on, it's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
First Hangman's Gabby's movie. Oh.
Yeah, it's literally just hanging there. Yeah.
Does my concentration carry over? It should have been seen if it wasn't.
I don't know, maybe. It might.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So you just have to shoot the letters. And you have to shoot the letters a couple of times.
Oh, hair. Oh, it's kind of silly.
That's the first one.
That's right.
That's right, there wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So the culprit removed some evidence.
Yes, and if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene with the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, but it's not. No, if that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just the hair. Ah ha ha! Yes, very true, very true. Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground? The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace they had ever been there. Wait, then that means... Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same. Then Makoto isn't the culprit? But are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair? No, there are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it. I would like to hear these reasons. Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right? Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom and stabbed her.
Oh, they thought the door was locked.
How did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it? What do you mean? It's fairly certain the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Illustrating nothing. Evidence proves that it is the object the killer broke. Doorknob, right? Got it. Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right? Huh?
The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed and the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true, but what does it mean? In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion. So what you're saying... So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it. You still didn't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully, that will help you understand.
Kiriko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. We'd like to hear more. Yeah, it must have been someone who thought it was a girl's room, too.
Yeah, it's just from now on, there's going to be multiple weak spots. And if you get it wrong, you take damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like you could determine logic difficulty at the beginning? There'd be like more weak spots?
that's part of it. Also, we're still at the point where you only have one truth bullet. But eventually you'll have multiple truth bullets. And you have to choose what's the right one for the right weak bullet. The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom. Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the bathroom. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door, because Sayaka had locked it. Just barely missed. And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered. And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife. It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it. We already know the answer.
Okay, so what did I miss? It's not because the door was locked.
You didn't miss anything, you just missed your shot. You slightly missed the weak spot.
Oh.
Remember, you can use focus to slow down and make it easy to hit.
Wait, that is right?
That is right, yeah.
It's this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can just fast forward and go back to it. You'll have to, especially later on when it gets harder, you'll be fast forward.
They always let you try as many times.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 10 minutes, basically. And fast forwarding speeds up that clock, too, but still, it's a lot of time. Especially because we didn't take the hardest bit out.
Nice.
I got it!
Oh,
Or
got
sorry,
it.
no, that's wrong!
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true. Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door. That's not lucky at all. So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck? But the killer didn't know that, and assumed it was locked, so they tore apart the doorknob to get in. Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms. The killer could have easily made that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was... this, right? Yeah. Got it. The killer must not have realized that was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable. And yet, he's absolutely right. Say what? Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then there would have been tough lock. There would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through. So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were. Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident, but the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door open. Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Something I wouldn't do.
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility. So the killer would have had to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms. Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it? I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving. But what happened if we can't decide who we think did it? Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules! Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea? Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something, for serious. Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh. You don't gotta sound so disappointed. It's fine. Just ask your question. Oh yeah, okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place? Yes, how did the killer get inside? Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right? I don't think so. That seems way too convenient. Then maybe someone picked the lock. Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable. Fine, how about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh ho, trying to argue against me. Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello, why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Would that...
It might be. If you hit X on it, it gives you...
Oh, more details?
Yeah.
I do think that's probably it. When the victim's from Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Huh? What the hell does this mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I hope you don't want to consider it. Or I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared. Oh man, I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap, I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on. It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
The top sheet leaves an indent when you
Yeah. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it. Then either it was Makoto, who lived there, or Sayaka, who switched rooms for a single night. So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't, but...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature, Sayaka's signature.
Then that note... Sayaka wrote it. But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist? Of course, I'm only interested in 2D, so it wouldn't have had any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room. I see, so if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly, the room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what he said, they would not have any connection to what happened. It certainly would seem like one.
What did I miss? My switch yes. Come to my room. We're talking about the note that oh, I didn't read it.
She read it out loud.
Oh,
come to my room.
Okay, I think this is it, but...
She's saying the room that Makoto was saying. You're saying, no, that's wrong.
The nameplates on mine, Sayaka's rooms got switched. They got
switched? That's right, the nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka. So, what you're saying, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room? Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room, where Sayaka was. Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
There's not only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something to talk to you about. Just us two. 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplates. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched. So why would she switch the nameplates in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
You and Makoto were both trying to wrap your heads around it.
Yeah.
Inviting someone to your room but not telling them you'd switched rooms? Why would anyone do that? To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies. What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit. But we still don't know who it is. Yeah, goddamn idiot. Sayaka fought with her killer and there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle. Yes, I think you're right. Then we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right? That reminds me, there was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight? Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggests I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I knew Sayaka's wrist was broken with this fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist and it should become pretty clear. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there, see?
Is that gold?
Sure is, specifically the gold coating from the replica sword. You really have to touch that stuff and it will stick right to you. There's something on her wrist because... You got it.
I got it! Because she was hit with the sword, right? There on her wrist! I see, and so the truth draws ever closer. Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-set debates. Maybe Sayaka's gonna try to kill the person with a knife, but oh, multiple bullets.
Yeah. So they're just adding the extra wrinkle. So now there's multiple weak spots and multiple truth bullets. So you have to find the right truth bullet for the right weak spot. L1 to
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Okay. Right? I think so.
And that's what broke Miss Maidono's wrist. So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too. And the knife, they killed her with it. They killed whatever.
And that's exactly what happened.
What did I do? Oh, it's the sheath. I see. Is the flame broke out, or is
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You gotta learn to say it.
Oh gosh. Actually, I don't think this fight started with the sword. Oh, why not?
Oh. Huh? Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See, there's a gash in it, like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene. Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With that sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit. Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
They were defending themselves.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Let me just say, Sayaka attacked them and she was going to frame Makoto for the murder.
The thought. in that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife. Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it. Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself. What? How the hell can you not think that? Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
If you want to use the sword, which way are you touching? Got it. Talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she just picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that because whoever used the sword gets some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all. There's no way Sayaka could wash the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at nighttime.
I got it.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime, and the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet. Oh my. You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey. I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously. So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka. Got it. Sayaka, she had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The
person with the knife attacked first, and then the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this. No, far from it. It's almost as if she had been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation, indeed, these are all the actions of an assailant. Which brings us to another point, Makoto. Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away. So, all that's why she switched the names.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms. Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid or a national superstar? Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit. But in the end, her plan backfired. She lost her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on, that can't be true. Because...
Hey, that's... I don't know. It's hard to switch back to Monokuno. You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time? Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it. Makoto, right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who had killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. That's true, man.
Alright, well, you got a clue then.
Dying
They
message.
just give you the one. It's easy to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right? Then let's review all the clues we found up to this point, one more time. Do we really have time? Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die.
Okay, I'll do that again, right? It's hard to hit them.
That's why it's a focus.
Yeah.
Trust me, it gets harder because they introduce other mechanics that makes it harder to hit them.
Still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say? The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
1107.
Yeah, there must be a clue about the killer hidden in there. Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask. Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message. I can prove it. Got it. Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she would have had to use her left hand to write. Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still. What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037? Hey, Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit. No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers. Of course, it's because they're not numbers. Oh yeah, it looks like... Huh? What? No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't those first two 1-1 look a little less like numbers and more like one letter? Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 11, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
You?
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit. Our little gray cells are really getting excited now. But even if that really is an N, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
Backwards. Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image
180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? Oh my god, now I see. She wrote on the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message is the killer's real name. So I'm going to put that right there. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I wish they'd show you the thing again.
You can maybe...
Oh, yeah, and the last fall to the... Got it.
The key to solving this mystery
was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letter Leon. Leon, or more accurately, Leon.
Okay, so hang on. So I think it's 1. If you want to stop, we should stop now, because you figured out who the killer is, but there's actually a bunch more to pin down in the case. It's one of the things that, like, you either, I don't know, you either like or don't like, but you, like, it's the way Danganronpa is. It's like, it's meticulous.
You have to prove it now.
Yeah, you really have to prove it. You can't just be like, okay, you wrote it. It's like, no, let me account for every piece of evidence and prove it.
The boy, he wanted to go to her room. I guessed it when the glass ball was shattered.
Yeah, no, you were right. That was a good insight that he was the one who could do that. But yeah, so you'll have to prove it step by step. And so now I think this is a good point to stop. Because you figured out the killer, but
it's pretty naughty. Like I wasn't really.
And trust me, this is the simplest case by far.
I wouldn't have guessed any of the other stuff.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it could be the girl who died, just to like. Yeah, they didn't have to lose any characters this early.
What I like. Oh, I guess you can save partway through trials in this one. That's nice. I guess it's the other. Yeah, I guess it's the other ones you can't for some reason. Anyway, yeah, what was I gonna say?